What's up, guys? My name is Jake. For some of you who know me personally or have watched my vlogs before, it's been a while since I've filmed any content for YouTube. The reason for my small hiatus was because I was in grad school and I didn't really have the time nor the money to be funneling into racing and rebuilding cars. But now, fast forward a couple of years, I'm out of grad school and I have a job. And I have a couple more cars. Actually, so I no longer have my E46 M3. I have more time that I can spend making these vlogs. So I think I want to give it a go again. I kind of want to have some fun with my friends, film that process. I'm by no means a professional mechanic by trade, but I've learned everything I currently know along the way. Any problems that I've faced, I figure it out and get the parts and the tools I need and get it done. So maybe that could be inspiration to some of you at home who aren't mechanics and don't have a lot of tools. You can get started and start somewhere small and then eventually build up to something like this. So to kind of get into it, this is my new to me as of 2 years ago, E30 touring wagon. It is a turbo diesel 5-speed, pretty rare. It runs the M21 turbo diesel motors, a 324 TD. It's pretty unique. I have done a ton of work into the car already. Besides this car, I also have a Mark V Supra with 2023 with a manual transmission. So before I get into that, I'll go over this car briefly and let's get into it. All right, so to kind of get into it, this is where the car currently stands. As you can see, it's by no means perfect. It actually looks like a mess right now. I have the hood off, intake manifolds off, front end's all taken apart here, trunks off. Reason for the car kind of being all in pieces is because I'm getting ready to sand the body and do some of the body work. It has tons of dents and dings in it. It actually has minimal surface rust, which is good for these kind of cars and their age, but I'm looking forward to taking care of all the body work, sanding, and actually I'm going to paint this car in my garage myself. To get into the engine here, this is the BMW M21. Like I mentioned, it's a turbo diesel. It's a 324 TD. This engine is kind of featured more so in the 5 Series BMWs, but less so in the BMW E30 models, and is much more rare and unique in the United States, where you don't see these cars as much, but it's very European in my opinion. Intake manifold is off currently just because I'm doing some work to this mechanical fuel injection pump here. Mechanical fuel injection pump in this car, there's actually no lifter pump or fuel pump in the tank or inline fuel pump at all. This mechanical fuel injection pump does it all. It pulls fuel from the tank and sends it into the engine in a timed fashion. My mechanical fuel injection pump is bad. The seals are going, it's leaking, and is not pulling enough fuel, nor is it sending enough fuel to the engine. And if you know diesels essentially need two things to run, and it's fuel and compression. So without the fuel, it's not going to run well. But as you can see, a lot of this engine is starting to look a little cleaner. I could put up a picture of when I first got it. It's pretty bad and messy. Rebuilt the turbo, alternator, starter. I've done gaskets and some other maintenance items. I redid the injectors recently. Now this fuel injection pump is the next thing on my list. So hopefully getting that done within the month, as well as doing some of the body work, as you can see here. So as I mentioned, I already have the car 5 lug swapped. I took care of that over the past couple of years. So I'm sorry for those who may have wanted to see that process, but my car runs the SRS concept kit, running E30 front control arms, E36 front knuckles, E36 front brakes, calipers, rotors, etc. And I'm also on ground control coilovers, so I'm pretty low here. This is the ground control coilovers. It's like a bastard kit, they call it. Basically, you're able to run the E30 top hat up here, as well as bolt down to the E36 knuckles on the front. In the rear, pretty much no different. The only thing is that I have pressed in E46 hubs to get the 5 lugs. Fit the brakes calipers and rotors of the E46. you need to run a larger wheel, like a 17. So I chose the 17x8 style 5s that I have here. These are 2-piece wheels to fit that. To kind of get into the interior, as you can see, I have pieces from the headlights and some of the trims hanging out. I have a 270 millimeter MTEC 1 steering wheel, which is pretty nice. Harder to find in that 270 millimeter size. Fortunately, dash is cracked. I have some sport seats that are in rough shape that'll probably need to be reupholstered. Carpet is okay, but I'm thinking about dyeing it in the near future. Put it black. The rest of the interior is pretty minimal and stock. Rear, I have some more junk in here, as you can see, but it's the rear comfort seats. So ideally, I would love to run the sports seats and maybe have everything in leather, maybe even with some MTEC cloth centers. And kind of the rear, I actually have this rear dog net or Perino privacy cover. This is actually decently rare for these E30 Tourings, and it's kind of like a nice aesthetic piece to have. All right, so this is my Mark V Supra, basically stock. Has these stock wheels. Those are for the 2023 and plus models. Has a front lip that's absolutely so busted. You'd probably hose me if you saw it. Carbon fiber rear spoiler. Other than that, has an intake and an exhaust, titanium RK exhaust. So kind of show you a little bit. This is my front lip that's absolutely destroyed from where I live. There's just like a bunch of hills, so I'm actually not going to be replacing it. I'm just going to like let it die and explode, and then once it does, I'll get another lip eventually, but for now I'm just going to leave that as it is, kind of protect the front bumper. This car also has carbon fiber mirror caps. I think it actually looks pretty nice with the carbon fiber rear spoiler there. Interior, carbon fiber steering wheel, manual trans. It's pretty nice. Other than that, super stock. I'm hoping to put some bucket seats in here eventually. Just haven't gotten around to it, but mostly just enjoying the car as it is. So that's it. Probably put in a driving clip or something. Enjoy. Guys, so that's it for the first video. So I gave a quick overview of the cars, and just to give you an idea of what's coming for the channel. Just want to have some fun, not really have any pressure or stress. I'm just gonna, when I work on the cars, I'm gonna film videos with my friends. Something else that I'm also gonna be filming and uploading is that I'm pretty passionate about fitness and bodybuilding. So I actually just started my first bodybuilding prep. I'm about like 13 weeks out, so I'm gonna do like update videos like bi-weekly, a little bit probably about the diet, the food, the workouts, what's involved there, kind of mix that in, so a little bit of the bodybuilding, a little bit of the cars, and just kind of enjoy the process and some fun with the friends along the way. So if there's anything that you want to see in particular or have questions about, or suggestions, feel free to leave it down below. Like, comment, and subscribe, and thanks guys. See you in the next one.